Hello everyone and welcome back. So this time we're going over relative motion analysis, but this is of two particles and we're using translating axes. So you're going to understand what a translating frame of reference is after today, and you're also going to know how to use translating frames of reference to analyze relative motion. Now we're probably going to jump into the applications part. We might get into relative position today, we'll see. So first off, look at this situation right here. Now, when you're trying to hit a moving object, this guy right here, he's throwing a ball. You can't throw it for where the person was. You have to throw to where the person's going to be. You know they're moving, and your mind's actually really good at doing that. You're taking into account the velocity of the person, and you're more or less taking a simulation in your mind saying, okay, I can see where this person is right now, and using all that information, how fast they're moving, how fast they're accelerating, you can guess where they're going to be. Now here you see the boy at the ground is at d equals 10 feet. Now when the girl up there throws the ball to him, how fast should that ball be thrown? We've got a lot of information here. How fast should it be thrown? So what you're probably going to have to do is figure out, okay, well, this is where they both are right now at this instant in time, and how far would that boy be after after a certain amount of time? You probably need to figure out how long it's going to take this ball to fall to the ground, because that's going to be constant as long as your velocity is initially parallel. And so with all these information, figuring out, okay, what's the time to get right here? From that I can figure out my change of position. And from that I can figure out how far it has to go before it hits the ground. I can eventually solve this. So we're going to build up methods of doing these kinds of problems, and I'll show you how to use your kinematic equations to solve these kinds of situations. Now, how about this one right here? Now when fighter jets take off or land on an aircraft carrier, the velocity of the carrier becomes an issue. This is moving, and it's either going to slow down or speed up the aircraft that are taking off. For example, if this was moving at 500 kilometers per hour, well, that might be an issue. It might have the planes go off and then get smashed into by the carrier. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. So in this case, we know it's going 50 kilometers per hour, and the plane takes off at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour, and it's all measured by somebody over here just, sitting randomly in the water. It's like, okay, I'm having a good day in my little inner tube. I try my best here, everybody. Try my best. Haven't finished that drawing class. How would you figure out the velocity of the plane relative to the carrier? Now, I care about its velocity relative to itself. I also want to know its velocity relative to the carrier because it's going to have to come back at some point, and we might want to know where it is. How would the wind impact this? How would you find the same thing for a second plane, which is going at an angle? There's so much information here, and you have to figure out what it means and how to solve these kinds of situations. So we're going to do that by talking about relative position. Now, I'll go ahead and stop here for now. We'll just jump into relative position next time. But this is going to be extremely important for a host of different examples. So please watch these videos carefully and make sure you've mastered it. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.